Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim and welcome to my channel. So today I thought that for this video we would do a brief review, first impressions, kind of play around with this Tarte, I don't know, it's like a stamp set that I found at Sephora's most recent 20% off sale that they were having for VIB and for Rouges, I believe. So I figured I'd pick this up and I was just going to do like a little sort of play with it and see if it was really as fun as it appeared in this box. Like it kind of, I don't know, it appeared fun to me, so I just grabbed it. As well, I had recently, if you missed it, I recently filmed a video reviewing the Nails Inc. YOLO in Gen Yellow Ink Readable Lip Jelly Lip Balm, the kit, which is why you see that my fingernail is yellow. So if you wanted to check that out and you saw these things and were curious about them at Sephora, I did do a little bit of a one finger wear test and a try on of the lip balm in a previous video, and I will put a card up wherever it appears and you can check that out. So jumping right into this today, you get a whole kit with this, which is why I was kind of drawn to it. It's not just one component and you have to start like building things like stencils and sponges around it. You actually get the sponge, the component, which is a liquid chrome, and this is in the shade Pride. Yes, it's actually called Pride. It was released around Pride time. There are two shades of this paint, which this shade came out when all the Pride parades were happening. There's a gold shade which followed after that, and this was recently on sale. It's now back to full price, which is 25 Canadian dollars. I got this less the discount plus taxes. My total was $22.16, but again, it is back to full price on the Canadian website, which is $25. You get the sponge, the component, and the stencils, which are, some of the shapes are included there. And the back of this just reads, "Get festival ready, create DIY metallic tats and poppin' purple eye looks with this easy to use liquefied chrome metallic paint. Use the sweet stencils provided or use your creativity and freestyle. Apply using the precise brush applicator included." Wait, I messed that up. I was listening to the motorcycle. "Apply using the precise brush applicator or included sponge to paint your lids, face, body, and besties." So there you have it. So with this, I have never used a real beauty blender. I've never actually tried a legit beauty blender. I've tried the Sephora knockoffs and a couple of other knockoffs, but not a real beauty blender. So I did pre-moisten the beauty blender, which did come in this box. As you can see, it won't fit too well anymore. This thing puffed up. I don't know if this is a real beauty blender. It doesn't specifically say on here. I would think they'd have to put that on there if they were including it. Maybe not. This like just, anyways, it puffed. So if this is what a real beauty blender does, I'm gonna have to shell out that, I think, $20 for sponge just to give it a go, because Sephora don't do this. So that was kind of exciting. Yeah. Sorry about the ambulance, if you can hear that on the camera. I do live very close to ambulance fire, and they're gone now. Anyways, so that's a constant down here. So inside this kit, you get the stencils, which, how am I show this? I'll use my reference crafty wallet here. So these are the stencils that you get. I hope you can see them. I'm not doing a good job. It's a heart with an arrow through it, lips, a crown, a rainbow with a cloud on the bottom of it, a butterfly, and 3 stars. Those are the stencils that you get to work with. And you also get the metallic paint. Whatever they call it, metallic pigment. So let's start off by opening this up, and as you can see, to me, right off the hop, that looks a little gooey. Like, it just looks like it's stuck. It's not going to move very well on the brush. It has no discernible, like, harsh smell to it. Let's just try it on my arm first. So if I was going to put this on my eyelid, immediately, like, a clump comes off. I don't know how, this is a very big brush. I'm not sure how well that would go on eyelids I mean, that's, let me see if I can. Okay, so I personally, like, in order just to like thin this down a little bit, that's what it looks like. I personally wouldn't use this brush for my eyelids if I was trying to do a liner. I would probably put some on my hand and then use another brush to make an eyeliner. I think this brush, being as large as it is and as thick as this is, would probably make a mess if you had a really nice eye look on and then you tried to put this on. Like, it's actually drying really fast. Like, other than the super thick bits that was left there, it's dry. So I could see how if you took a brush and kind of worked that out. I'm just gonna make a big mess here. It's possible. You could take a brush and blend this out over your entire lid. If you really, really wanted to do that, you'd probably be left with something that looks more like that color there. Then it almost suggests it on the box in this image that you go ahead and do that. But I might more stick to eyeliner or something like this. So anyways, let's try these stencils. I'm not really sure how to do this. Like, I guess you just take... Okay, I obviously didn't think this through because in order to do this, I would have to hold this here. And you know what we're going to do? I'm going to do exactly what I said I was going to do. And I'm going to take a big clump of this, put it on my hand, dip the sponge in it. Presumably you'd be doing this at a bathroom mirror or something, and hopefully you wouldn't have to try to juggle all of this. And then this is gonna look really weird. I'm actually just gonna use a mirror down here because I can't see. That didn't work out very well. So why don't I just put the directly on the sponge. There's no instructions with this, FYI. So I'm guessing this is a waste of product, I think. I mean, I guess it would be easier if I could somehow hold the mirror or had something to hold my mirror, which is currently what I'm looking for. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, that might work. Yes, ingenuity. I have a motorcycle helmet here and I've just used using that. Alright, so let's go on the other side now since I've ruined the first side. And we're not going to put this in any, like, particular spot. I hope you guys can still see me on the camera, but in order for me to do this, I really have to kind of just... Immediately, I can see this is causing a problem. I mean, the idea of it is great, except maybe I'll go with a different stencil. Maybe I'll just do, I'm going to move to 1 star because this big one's not working. And what if I just, now I'm going to try to paint literally in the star, because as you can see, it kind of works, but then it almost exceeds the sponge when you're pressing it, almost exceeds the entire length of this transfer, like of this stencil. So it, in my case, it got below my skin, and you can clean that up, but I'm not loving how it's not that pigmented. Here it looks really, really pigmented to me, and I'm just not loving how this is. So now we're gonna try, I don't know, from here. And I hope you guys can still see me. I'm literally just painting over that star. And even that didn't go that great. So you can see the... I don't know. And then this is just like, you have to make sure you put this down on the same side, otherwise you get makeup all over yourself. That's actually really disappointing. Let's try one more. I'll put a ton on the sponge. I'll just put a ton. And then we'll do, making sure I use the right side of the transfer. We'll do this really big star down here. We're going to try it. The only thing I can think of, honestly, that This is not that great. I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. This is quite messy. If you wanted to do stamps that are super cute, I would go with the Milk. The Milk makeup has stamps that are just, they're single stamps. You stamp them on your face. I use them all the time, just on the weekends, because obviously I can't use that at work, but I use them all the time on the weekends. The only stamp I didn't like was the, I think it's called Large Canadian Leaf. I almost find the component and the inking component is so big, it puts out too much ink, and it tends to not run, but if you don't let it really dry, it's not crisp. Like, the edges of the stamp are not crisp. You're better off buying the little stamps, and then they're like long and skinny. They work way better. They work way better than this too. Like, this would be alright if you wanted some eyeliner, but I can't get the stamping thing right. Lord, if you have done this and you can make these look nice, please, in the comments below, tell me how you did that, because I'm obviously doing something wrong. So I have put a ton of product on this beauty blender, and I'm going to see if I can make something here work. Okay, kind of success, kind of. But the way that I had the stamp wasn't, or not the stamp, I'm sorry, the way I had the transfer wasn't really pressed to my forehead enough, probably because I'm turning this awkward angle, but sort of success. Kind of proud of myself. As you can tell, you have to put a ton, literally a ton, a slopping ton on your beauty blender. Obviously, you have to hold this right flush with your skin, which is easier said than done, I might add. Sorry guys, my camera cut me off. I got way too excited and I wasn't watching my times, and if the editing list looks weird, because it cut me off rudely. Anyways, what I was saying, ton on beauty blender. We're gonna, let's do the butterfly because it's in the middle so I could accurately hold it down. Oh. Oh my gosh. I think I messed this up. Okay, kind of, not really, sort of. So, clearly it escaped the bottom of the thing, but I am trying to do it in a mirror that's lower. So basically what this comes down to is this star worked out okay, but I wasn't holding the sheet properly. This, again, turned out okay, but as you can see, obviously I wasn't flat against my skin, and the rest of them are just a mess. That's what this comes down to. The rest are just a mess. So, is this a good value for the money? I don't think so. Obviously, if you're just going for this metallic purple, which, let me draw that out again, it's very pretty. As an eyeliner or whatever, even an eyeshadow, which comes out to that, you could get yourself a shimmer purple eyeshadow and probably with a purple base, P. Louise purple base, and probably have the same effect. If you wanted a purple eyeliner, that's very nice. However, you're looking at what then amounts to a $25 eyeliner. There's any brand. You can go with NYX, you can go with Wet n Wild. Those are both drugstore brands. You can also go with Urban Decay. I think even, I don't want to say Too Faced, but there's one other one, Anastasia Beverly Hills, BH Cosmetics. They all have purple eyeliners. They're all not going to cost you $25. Urban Decay, actually, Urban Decay's eyeliner might be in the 20s, but still, it's a legitimate eyeliner that you don't need to transfer from A to B, you can just draw it on. This amounts to a very expensive eyeliner or even liquid eyeshadow. I think the marketing gimmick is the fact that you're supposed to use these little stencils. However, this one is already, because I've been playing with it, like putting it against my face, is starting to take contours, it's starting to warp slightly. It's dirty now, so now it really needs to be cleaned because I don't know what side I had on my face compared to what side I didn't. I could probably figure that out with the way the stencil's bending. But this, to me, I would never do this again. This is not easy. Like I said, the Milk stamps, yes, they're all black. They don't come in a specific color, but they're all black, but they're quite cute. Way easier to use. Way easier to use, and if you do kind of mess them up a little, honestly, take a black liquid eyeliner and touch it up. I do it all the time. It's very simple to touch up unless you have a really intricate pattern, but they're not designed that way. They're very simple patterns, peace signs, happy smiles. I have the Gemini symbol. I have the equality symbol. I had the Canadian leaf one. I got rid of that because it just didn't work out. I have a bunch of them. And the weed leaf is super cute, but you can only get that on their website right now, which sucks because then I'd have to bring it into Canada and that just becomes difficult. Anyways, I wouldn't do this. So unfortunately for me, for $25, even on sale for $20, this was a flop. I can't even justify keeping it for the Beauty Blender because I've now ruined the Beauty Blender. So it's not as if I could use this and put my concealer on or anything because I've now like kicked it out of this Beauty Blender. It looks terrible. Unfortunately, I really wanted this to work. It didn't. It's a flop for me. Hey, but if you guys have this and you liked it or you were able to create like these beautiful perfect patterns that we see here, please let me know how you did that. I would really appreciate it. Did you come up with any other uses for it besides the stamps, the eyeliner, and I guess the shadow by blending it out? Let me know in the comments below as well if you have another use for this that I could potentially get something else out of it besides an expensive eyeliner. So I hope you enjoyed that video. That is it for this one, guys, and I will see you on the next one.